the up until the government asked me to, I was able to drink, right? Like we paid our bonds, so we had no conditions on the criminal case. And then the family case, they said no drugs or alcohol. And it was like, up until then I could drink. And it was like, well, I mean, I guess that sucks. But then all you do, I mean, for us, all we did was we just took all the liquor and got it out of our house. Like, so I don't have any alcohol around. So then you just don't drink because you have to not drink. People get you say you don't drink that much. People get a distorted view because they're watching the show and you drink on the show.
Yeah.
From time to time. And just like me, people are like, well, he drinks all the time on his show. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not drinking the rest of the day. Like the rest of the day isn't full of alcohol. And so then people are like, he's probably wasted 24/7. It's like, no, literally just on the show. Like I said, when the state said no drinking, it was like, well, shoot, but okay. Like who cares?
It's a good motivation, a good motivator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know?
Well, I mean, when I say who cares, like, well, who cares? It's just liquor. Right. But, the frustrating part of it is that like alcohol isn't part of any of the concerns that anyone has in our case. And so, actually the list of concerns that they have is exceedingly small. But again, all of that has to wait, but alcohol isn't a concern. It's not like they decided no alcohol for some reason. So then you're just sitting there like, so this is for nothing. Like that's really annoying. And they do that a lot. I mean, even before weed was legalized in Minnesota, if you got caught with a small amount of weed and you had a criminal charge for it, during your probation, no alcohol. So people couldn't like even come home from work and have a beer or whatever. And it really fucking frustrates a lot of people because that's how a lot of people relax after work.
And I have a fun question.
Yeah,
because you just said it. You said it was easy as hell to get clean.
Yeah, to be clean is easy as hell.
Well, good. There you go. Like, I saw somebody in chat and they're like, "How dare you say it's easy to be clean?" Like,
oh my god, guys, do you know how easy it is to not like drink or do drugs? It's really easy. You're all doing it right now. Like,
I don't know about that.
A huge portion of the chat, you guys are not drinking or doing drugs. It's really easy.
There's somebody that's wasting the chat right now.
Yeah, there's definitely someone that's either on drugs or drinking. I don't know. For me, it wasn't easy.
No, I know.
To get sober.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. This is the version of Nick I Love and Miss, the sober and clear thinking version. And I that's one thing regardless of if Nick likes it or not, I love seeing it, and I'm so damn thankful that you're doing good. You know what I'm saying?
If people want me to say like I drank way too much on shows, yeah, I know. And the frustrating part is that again, going back to that confirmation bias, when people will come up with a story about why something is, and then they see signs that match up with that story and they go, oh, okay, this is the reason. But it's like, there might be other reasons. There might be other things going on in someone's life that can have similar impact and similar results. And in my case, it's very much true. A lot of people have theories and stories as to what was going on that caused X, Y, or Z. And it's like, well, you're not right. I'm sorry. Like, and you don't get to know why you're not right, but there are other things going on causing those. And I tried to be more and more open in the past couple months with when people would ask how you're doing. I'm like, well, physically I'm doing okay, but like mentally I'm really not. I'm not doing well. I was having lots of mental problems, lots of stress and anxiety, and dealing with, I don't want to call it depression because depression is a specific condition, but dealing with similar sort of symptoms that come about from depression. And again, I'll attribute it mostly to stress and anxiety. And it's like, those look like a lot of other things too. And again, I'm not faulting people for coming up with their own theories, but you're sitting there dealing with like really tough shit in your life, and things can be collapsing around you. And really, you don't want to go online and talk about all of them. So people are like, see, he's doing heroin. It's like, oh my God. Okay. But no, that I was trying to be a little bit more forward and honest about that. And people didn't I mean, some people were okay with those responses and some people weren't. But like one of the ways that I was certainly compensating for that stress and anxiety was drinking to excess way too often. I'm not like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I only had one. No, guys, I was drinking all the fucking time. And in a weird way, like I'm not happy with having the conditions, but one of the nice things has been just sort of clearing that out. But a lot of the fucking stress and anxiety that was going on had its natural fall off cycle too. And a lot of the timing kind of coincides. It's not all gone either. Like there's still a bunch of shit. My life is not just this nice long bus ride. Sometimes it's very short bus ride, but it's not a nice long bus ride down a straight road. It's life is really fucking complicated and difficult. I think everybody in this panel can identify times where things have not been so fucking easy. And, for me, a big compensation for that was drinking. And because it was nice to kind of let go a little bit and chill and just talk online, but it got way too bad. And I'm here to admit that all day, right? Like I'm sitting here going, holy shit. Like I was drinking a lot on stream. Now I might not have been drinking much off stream, but that doesn't make it less dangerous and less damaging. And so, yeah, man, I'm happy to be clear on that. And I don't know what kind of time frame or sort of window there will be on if I ever even reintroduce alcohol to the show. I'm not sure. I haven't decided, but it's been really nice being clear of that and not using it as a crutch to get through things. So thanks for noticing. And yeah, it's, that's a big part of it. For me is just kind of getting that shit cleared up. And, but also having a lot of the stressors in my life. I mean, one of the big stressors in my life was the end of the school year. Like getting through the end of the school year was a fucking nightmare because our kids are in activities all over and everybody has something going on every week during the last like month and a half of school. There's just something, even for homeschool kids, kids had something going on all the time. And I know people think like it's really cute to assume like there's a bunch of neglect or whatever, but we made it to every activity that our kids did, all of them, all the dance recitals, all the choir concerts, all the band concerts, all the performances, everything that they did. We were there because we're extremely involved in our kids' lives. And we were really, really looking towards the light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the school year. So we could just have a fucking break for a minute and breathe. And, unfortunately this happened right around that time, but that schedule has cleared out a lot. And that's given me a lot of or ease the pressure. It's like a pop valve where it's like, oh, God damn.
Several commented that you dismissed their concerns, regrets, maybe unfortunate event saved your life.
Oh, I don't think this event saved my life in any sort of way. People were concerned about my alcohol and substance use. And I tried to allay those concerns as much as possible by saying, no, I have a lot of fucking problems going on in my life. They were, but dismissing them is not, I wouldn't call that entirely accurate. People express concerns and some people, you give them as much of the story as you can based on how well you know them. I've talked with Camelot very openly about a lot of issues going on in my life. He knows a bunch more than the audience ever will. And that's fine. Like that's what friends are for. And sorry, you guys don't get access to all of that. But no, I mean, do you have regrets? Well, I was arrested. Wasn't really fun. But I don't know that any streamer or anybody had said anything to me that would have prevented that from happening in any particular way. Because the circumstances around it are kind of, they're noteworthy, we'll say. But no, I mean, guys, you can't live your life in regrets. Do I wish things would have happened differently? Sure. Do I think I was going to die otherwise? Fuck no. I mean, not even fucking close. Again, the overwhelming majority of my problems were seriously life-related mental and emotional issues. Coping with alcohol, I was never close to drinking myself to death, even if some days I kind of wish like maybe I wouldn't wake up.
Yeah, I've been right there as well.